You did get a half bounty. You split it with someone who is at this table.
I did. We got to chop up $500.
Whoa. So you got your...
2 kings are being passed around.
That must be nice. That's nice to just get 2 kings against...
These guys are pretty deep, too. $500 buy-in event.
Coming to the final table, I think they're a little over 40 bigs average. Sound about right?
Not sure. You're the expert on these things.
I am, and I should know. Yeah, it was 44 big blind average at the final table, which is
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a
for a $500 buy-in event.
It's a $500 buy-in tournament. They played about 9 hours on day 1. We've been here for about 10 hours so far here on day 2, so they're 19 hours into this tournament. A $500 buy-in. Look at that. Take a look at the chip stacks and picking up a follower just like that. Batson88 is now following. Thanks for the follow. If you're in the chat, feel free to let us know. We are reading on all platforms.
AC's in the chat.
AC.
I swear I just saw him outside playing cash.
Oh, I think I did too. Is he watching this?
He must have driven really fast to get home.
I drove 100 hours a mile home from Prime just to watch this. Let's go. We don't encourage dangerous driving. Do appreciate.
Sometimes.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do. On closed course by trained professionals, obviously. Tilled Raptor, is that Tillman? Sharon, hi guys. Hello, y'all. We got info sheets on everybody. I like to go.
That's good. There's a lot of these guys I do not know.
I like to go in blind.
Obviously, some of them I do.
I like to go in blind. I know some of them have been at this final table before. Some of them have been on this live stream. Some of them. Some. I love these new graphics.
Yeah, the new graphics are killer.
I dig it. Oh, yeah. Got
the new sponsors are pretty good, too.
We're going to be talking a lot about these sponsors. I'm excited about that. The commentators need to have a drink.
Yeah, I do need a drink. A double coffee.
I am having a god. That is Andy Tillman. Thanks for joining, buddy. You know, voice is muffled.
Andy.
Voice is muffled? Is it because my mic was in a bad spot? Is that better? Sounds better to me. Does that sound better to you?
You sound amazing.
But better than I did, or just a different kind of amazing? Sharon, tell me if that's better. And then tell me who you got. Let's bet. Who do you think is going to get the 50K bounty? We have a $50,000 bounty still out there. Let's bet on who you think's going to get it. I think you would have
My money is on Joe Cafaro.
All right,
because I know he's going to go after the bounties with 2 big ones in play.
Yeah, and the bounty is essentially first place money, right?
Now, have we told everybody what bounties are left?
Oh, yes, of course.
I mean, is that important?
That seems relatively important. Reese, they're saying my voice is muffled. Can you make me less muffled?
You don't sound muffly to me.
Okay, so we have a... Maybe it's too close. Too close?
It was muffling while you were playing with
giving it the little
thing.
Jiggamarole. Okay, so we have a $50,000 bounty. We have a $25,000 bounty. There was one that was withheld until we get to the final table. That $25,000 bounty was added in. It was suggested to me by some of the players. I think they assumed that
I love it.
50K would be gone by now, but it's not. So we have a 50, we have a 25, we have a $5,000 bounty. Those are the 3 best ones. Then we got 2 $1,000s, and we got 4 $500 bounties. So half of them are going to get a $500 bounty. One of them's going to get a $50,000 bounty. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe one person gets all of them. You knock out all 8 players, you just get them all. There is, oh, let's see, 75, 80, $84,000 worth of bounties left.
9 players left. So the average bounty is a little over 9K.
That's pretty strong.
That is very strong.
If you,
I'd love to hold out the 25K.
yeah,
It's,
you like that idea?
Oh yeah, it would just be devastating to get to this point of the tournament and nothing be left.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. I will say that it was a player, somebody that was playing, gave me that recommendation. Just like the next time, you know, like Kessler tells me I don't listen to anybody.
Who?
Some guy. Just remember, I do listen. I did this because somebody told me to, and I thought it was a good idea. Because I care, Raymond. I care.
AC
Oh, it
said
was.
that
I thought it might be AC. Yeah, you know what? I'll give AC credit. I think it was him.
Good job, AC. AC's a beast. I'm really shocked he's not at this final table.
Yeah. Hey, what you have to tell AC to get him at every final table is just that this is a satellite into another.
You know the problem? I didn't do a last longer with AC.
Oh, yeah.
We've done 2 last longers, and in one of those tournaments I won, and the other one we were both in the final 3.
Oh, nice. I remember that one. Carlos is all in here.
It says a 50K bounty is 5 tanks of California gasoline.
I don't even think you can get that anymore. Maybe if you drive a Prius. All right, next player who plays a big hand, we're going to read their bio sheet.
What's up, Mickey? Mickey the GOAT joining in. So as I was saying earlier, right now, these guys have just gone from playing 2 5-handed tables. Now they combine at 1 9-handed table. It really changes the dynamics of everything. You're playing 5-handed, it's a lot more raising, a lot more 3-betting. The blinds are coming around a lot faster. Now it's 9-handed. Everybody's going to tighten up quite a bit. So, you know, it's a lot of times when these tables first start off, it's going to be a lot less action until we start blinding people down, until people start busting, playing more short-handed. Yeah, Derek coming in with the 3-bet here. Not shocking at all. He definitely likes to 3-bet a lot. And there's, like, you know, like I said, the bounties are on average about 9,000 a person. So might see a lot of plays that might look questionable, but they but you know, the bounties are worth more ICM wise than actually laddering up a couple spots.
Did any of that sound muffled? That diatribe that I was just doing right now?
Everything you said sounded like you were muted.
Why didn't anyone tell me I was muted? Can you raise that so I could see the bottom? I can't see whatever Nick just said. Is that right now? Is Unhealthy Kyle in here? Okay, who do you want to know more about? Ray Henson.
I
Pick a player.
want to know Ryan too.
Ryan?
I want to know about Ryan because he busted me.
Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about Ryan. His hometown is Houston, Texas.
All right. I don't believe I've ever played with him before.
He Have you been in Houston long?
A little bit here and there.
Okay. He came to the final table with 3.8 million. It's 38 bigs. He has been playing poker for 8 years. Got started by playing with his family. The thing he loves most is the money.
Okay.
That's a rare. That's a rare one, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
Who has taught you the most? Myself.
Okay.
I think he's referring to himself, not me.
Oh.
Who do you model your game after? No. I can't tell what that says. What is your biggest tournament win? I don't know. Anything you want the viewers to know? Come to Prime Social Poker Club. Come to Prime Social Poker Club. I like that. I like that. I'll take that support.
Yeah. That's a very nice shout out there, Ryan.
Thank you for the shout out. Come to Prime Social Poker Club. Appreciate the shout out.
Chris Birchfield in the chat. I have lots of friends at this final table. I got to say, I'm rooting for Joe. Chris and I have been playing home games on the north side since before all these Prime social rooms have been open. And we've known Joe forever. He said somebody else busted him in the high roller, Queen 4 to Ace Queen. And I can't tell you how many times Derek's busted me with way worse. Sigh. Good luck. I'm only half kidding.
Only half kidding. Which half?
I don't know, but here's Blake picking up Ace Queen on, and Derek sinking. These two guys have more history than the rest of the table combined.
Yeah. They are both
Louisiana
from
boys.
Louisiana, yeah.
And they've been friends for a long time, and they battle harder than Ukraine and Russia. Too soon.
That sounds pretty hard.
And Derek must not be put in his hand. That's second hand in a row we haven't been able to see his whole cards. His hold cards.
Hold cards?
Please make sure he's showing it real. We're not doing the slow roll, right? Okay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. My heart already dropped from the bounty. That's what I did. I just thought there was a 50 and a 5. Bro, I'm not gonna slow roll you free, man. There's too much to slow roll somebody like that for no reason. You were like, okay, slow roll on now. I don't mind playing, man. As long as I know it's coming. You might get slow roll on the river. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had 2 queens. You did? Yeah? Yeah. You really did? I think I showed you what I had. I would have 3-bet 2 queens, right? I mean, you could have flat, you could have folded, you could have. I didn't like how you made the minimum. You know, I like to defend. So it really felt like we were just. Hey, real shit though. I know you don't really watch these much after you play them. I need you to go back and watch this one. Just hear what I wrote on my paper. Oh, I'm going. Playing pocket here and shit, man. Only at Crown Social, baby. It's such a vibe in here. It's been fun all day, huh, bro? Where else you had this much fun recently? Where you play at? I don't usually play. You don't usually play? From Europe. We don't play. Hey! Has this been like one of the most fun atmospheres? Thank you, brother. And you're closer from here, yeah. It's like a home game. Oh yeah, everybody's talking about structure to like past 200K, where is that? 285. Let's go to 250K after 200.
Hello?
I told you already. Why would you believe me? It's 125, 250, I promise you.
Hello, hello.
Why not 150, 250? No, actually, I'm not going to promise you. It's about 90% chance, but in the main, for sure they have it. I know for a fact. They might have skipped it in this opener, but the main and the high roller and shit, they're not doing it. Hey, get a beer, bro. I got you. Check. Get some. Your shit. I got you.
You're gonna see it anyway.
You gonna tell me 6 different hands until I see it? Yeah, like, just tell. I showed you, bro. Like, I showed you my 2 cards.
That's 215.
That's 400. When you gonna introduce me?
No, it's not that one.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
What's up, y'all? I can't hear myself.
I couldn't hear you either, but
All I hear is talking about
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can hear you fine, says Bryce. I can hear you fine. I can't hear me, but he can hear me.
just breaking up real bad.
what they didn't finish.
But yes, we can hear you.
Breaking up is hard to do.
Sorry, guys. We're working on getting these mics fixed.
Have DJ do it. Yeah. Oh, I could hear.
Oh, I could hear it now.
Sounds like you got a short wire.
Yeah, they're working on the wiring right now.
I'll save my dad jokes until they could hear us clearly. I would hate to waste that. Bear with us here, guys, as we get this taken care of. It sounds like our mics aren't plugged in all the way.
Sound is back.
Just watch and enjoy while we get this sound figured out. I picked a bad couple day to break in boots. My feet are about to
Got
fall
all
off.
in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he folded. He had nothing. I had the hands reverse. So who is your pick that you think will get the 50K?
I think Blake is going to get the 50K.
I like that.
I think he is also playing for it. And does he just have an aura of run good to him? Like, does he just run pretty good generally? Is that just me?
He really, when Blake is focused and playing, he is a really, really good player. I've known him a long time.
I felt like it had been, 2 or 3 hands since someone had kings. So
Yeah, well,
Go
why
ahead.
not the guy with the 44% VFIP? And all the chips.
Raise. 290.
to be fair, I think that my VPIP would be even higher than 44% if I had kings this many times. And another queen jack against those kings.
It's pretty sick that 50K is still in play, too.
Yeah, 50K.
Changes the dynamics for the whole... Oh, Joe flopping kings full. Ryan better hope a 10 doesn't come. Joe's really hoping Ryan hit the 10 here. I mean, I'm sorry, hit the, ace here.
yeah. Or maybe diamonds would be nice.
Yeah. If he had queen jack with the diamond here, he's going to peel another one.
And a bet fold. I can hear us. We're somewhat audible.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The payouts and the bounties are pretty close to equal right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, in theory, someone could still win $130,000 here.
Yeah.
They could knock out everybody and just take all the bounties and
Yeah,
first
that'd
place.
be more than 130.
Blake with the ace-4 here. Looks like Laura didn't get her cards over.
So
Playing poker for 20 years. Got started at the University of Texas. What do you love most about playing poker? The math. The math. That one actually is unusual. Who has taught you the most? Online forums. Who do you model your game after? DJ Alexander. What is your biggest tournament win? Mega Millions at the Bike in LA with Mo Fatherpour. Anything you want the viewers to know? Nope. Also put, you should go play at Prime Social. Incredible.
the Prime Social. That was Carlos, DJ. That was who you wanted to know about. You must have known that he said he models his game after yours.
Man, you think DJ came up and told him to write that?
I think DJ did.
Yeah.
I hope Dara's listening to this. Dara would love that.
Yeah? Does Dara model his game after DJ Alexander?
That bio was Carlos's bio. It was the one you asked for. We read it just for you, DJ. Oh, there's Dara.
There he is.
You could always depend on Dara to be listening.
Dara, a loyal supporter of the Prime Social live stream. Surprised Derek folds it all, he said.
All right, DJ, picture on the way. You don't believe me.
Send me a pic. Coming up. Glad to have you here, Dara. Oh, Dara wants to know the address. It's 7801 Westheimer here in Houston, Texas. That's where we're playing at Prime Social. The Texas Poker Championship. Just underway. 500,000 guarantee. Event 1. Guarantee was crushed. Still have a $50,000 bounty and a $25,000 bounty up for grabs. We got a 3-bet from Derek here. It was raised as $250. Derek makes it $780. After Ryan called.
Oh, Ryan folded. Joe called.
Joe called. Ryan folded. Ryan called the original bet, folded to the 3-bet. Top pair for Joe. Bets 400,000. Still can't see Derek's cards.
I would try to put Derek on a hand here, but it went raised from late position. Joe flatted, and Derek's a very aggressive player, and he could literally have almost anything here.
Looks like a raise.
I know for a fact that Joe and Derek played a lot today at the same table.
Were you also at that table?
I was.
See, my deductive reasoning.
And Joe turns the flush draw here to go with his flopped top pair.
So now Derek is thinking about calling all in. So there's no bluffing possibilities anymore. So he has to think there's some sort of value. What kind of hand do you think he has now?
I mean, if he hasn't called by now, knowing Derek, I've played a lot of hours with him. No, he's probably not calling. If he had a hand like aces, kings, or queens, he would have just already called. He could be thinking with nines or tens. But I honestly think that if Derek had an overpair, he would have just flatted flop. I think he's just posturing here. Wants it to look like he has a big hand. And he could also have, like, the ace 10 of diamonds or something.
Derek begging for some information.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
it is a big spot, too.
Pretty sure a pigeon just landed on Joe's shoulder. Sees the statue. Oh, he showed it.
Yeah. And he had ace queen of diamonds.
Raise on the flop, then you rip it in your ass.
No, he called flop and just don't rip it to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Derek says nice hand. Do you think he means that?
When you say what?
He said nice hand.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't think he means it either. Look at the chip stacks. Laura just hanging around. Hanging around. If Laura goes all in for 7 big blinds, you think she's getting called?
Probably won't be picking up the blinds.
Little extra incentive to call and all in with any two when there's a 50,000 bounty on the line.
Yeah, it's like he sees my cards. Yes.
It's close to you.
Barely had, like, almost had to see my cards to play like that.
Laura with an ace. An ace and 7 bigs. Not the exact kind of ace that you would like to see here.
Not exactly the worst ace, though.
Not exactly the worst ace. There they go.
Yeah, and she knows when she ships here that people are coming after her, and we say that, and 3 hands immediately hit them up.
Yeah, it's tough to call with the mediocre with everyone behind you.
Yeah, exactly. If somebody calls early, then people are they know that somebody's going to 3-bet behind.
Yeah. Getting it in early there is actually not a bad spot to try and find some protection. And on cue.
I mean, it's actual guy, y'all gotta.
Versus what I had.
Yeah, because Joe can definitely call 7 bigs with King 10.
Right.
Tougher to call 25.
Yeah, Joe is definitely calling. With a 50K and a 25K. It's definitely going to happen. Carlos picks up the 6s, and we have our first all in.
6s are still good. Thanks for the follow, Panic Fish. Let's see what's coming on the turn.
She
Clean.
picked up a
Some
couple
more
outs
outs
with an 8, and Carlos rivers a 6.
for a full
Good game,
house.
Laura. She's a regular here at Prime Social.
Oh, yeah. She plays all the tournaments. She is.
So now what happens?
Now we get to do a bounty draw. Let's see. Laura does get $5,100 for her 9th place finish.
Plus any bounties she might have
Plus
gotten
any
along the
bounty.
way.
I don't remember what she got, but I definitely remember that she got a bounty.
I know she had at least a couple.
Okay, now it's fun because one person is rooting for a $50,000 bounty, and there are 7 rooting for the 500 for sure. All right, let's see what happens. In case y'all was wondering, $50,450 is the first place prize. Like the one where if you were to eliminate the second place player and win the tournament.
Plus you get their bounty.
Plus you get their bounty. So it could.
So if the 50K is the
How
final,
awesome would that be? If the 50 and the 25 were left, that would mean second place was 34,000 and first place was 125,000.
yeah, so they're paused right now, guys. They're about to draw for the bounty.
Yeah, I do the bounty draws and I couldn't find my hat. That's my bad.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
There
you
it
can't do
is.
a bounty draw without the lucky hat.
Yeah, there
Look
it
at
is.
the Hansel Man and the cowboy hat.
There it is.
That is the Justin Hammer.
That was me. See how good my poker face was? I did this bounty draw, and I didn't give out anything that I knew there was a bounty coming. Can't read mine.
1,000? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was bad.
Or they tried to buy it? I'm trying to listen to table talk.
One more 1,000, there's a 5,000, a 25,000, there's 50,000. I was just giving them a reminder of what they had left. Now listen.
If somebody buys the bounty off of you for whatever, or is that going him to pull it? Like if you would have just bought that bounty for 5K,
No, not me.
He pulls his own bounty if he wants to sell it.
Yeah, is it going to be honors this time?
No, you pass him the bounty and it's yours.
Okay, cool.
You do that transaction on here, we'll we buy their bounty ticket, it's yours.
Okay.
You heard
All
what
right.
they said?
I want to go out there, deal or no deal.
Okay, so here's what Blake asked in case you couldn't hear. Blake wants to know if somebody wins and they get a bounty draw and they pull the bounty and he offers them money for it. He's saying
Before they open
it, right. He's saying I'll buy that just sight unseen $6,000. And whoever draws the bounty says, you got it. He was asking, can they do that? Will I pass him the bounty and let him have it? What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Carlos wins the last hand and picks up ace-king. Beaters are real.
I can tell you that would probably not be allowed in any Vegas or California type casino.
Probably not.
Probably not. But we, here in Texas, this is a social club. We operate under a little bit different standards here. Very much in favor of if everyone involved agrees and it doesn't impact the outcome of the hand in any way and there's no sort of collusion or anything like that. Once he draws that envelope, it's his.
Right.
If
I
he
agree.
wants to sell it to somebody, possibly make money, possibly lose money. That is the form of gamble that is between
And
two.
that would have worked out for them. I don't know what they offered them, but
I-
I guarantee it was more than 1K.
I know, yeah, it was definitely more than 1K. And I don't know what Blake would have offered, but when he asked me the hypothetical, he said, if I offer someone $6,000 and they take it, and he said, is that like honor system? And I said, nope, you give them the money, they give you the envelope, that is your envelope.
And we did the math earlier and said they were worth about 9K. So if he would have bought it for 6K, it would have been a good buy,
Yeah,
but it would have cost him 5K.
it would have that time. It would have been, but you're next. Explain how something could be plus EV, but you can lose anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Oh, there's only one left. I knew he was going to get
He did open the envelope. He drew 1K. So the big ones are both still left.
Bro, don't tell me you're about to do that.
We have an all-in and a call here. Randy shoved all in. Brian called. Randy's going to need a 9, 10, or a jack. And he misses, and Brian is going to get the bounty.
What's the highest offer?
He asked what the highest on there was. He could have been serious. It's I mean, he looks like he's been zoned in, so
Okay, I don't want to out anybody, but we did a 3-table redraw. You know, when there's 24 players left, I don't want to out anybody, but I'm just about to out. So we get through the end of the redraw, and there's a rack of 500,000 chips. Just the 5Ks, a whole rack of 5Ks, 500,000. It's just sitting in the middle of the table. And I asked the dealer, whose is it? Not sure. Ask the players, not sure. So go and check surveillance, figure out what happened, and sure enough, Brian racked up all of his chips, grabbed the rack with 25Ks, and just left the 5Ks in the middle of the table, and he was sitting at the table ready to go. It's like, it was probably 20% of his stack or so. He had a rack
yeah,
of,
no, I mean, he's another one at the table I don't know, but like I said, he seems really zoned in. He hasn't played many hands.
I talked to Jordan about him a little bit because he's a Florida guy. He went,
he's a Florida guy,
Yeah,
okay.
he went really deep in a tournament and banked a nice chunk. And
Oh, here he is opening his envelope, and then we'll get back to his story. Let's see what he gets. The 50K and 25K are still alive.
you hear Blake saying congrats, congrats. And Daniel blocking it.
Pulling them out a little bit at a time. 0, 0. Oh,
500.
500.
Look, I give him a little celebration dance. See that?
Yeah. That was a little better. They pulled it where we could actually see it on the stream.
Yeah.
When Carlos opened his, we couldn't see it. I had to depend on people, saying that he pulled 1K. So
Yeah.
Brian, that's pretty unfortunate. 500's the lowest they have. So they're 7-handed now with a 25K and a 50K left. This is exciting.
That is exciting. It's every time it doesn't get pulled, it's like it really is like Deal or No Deal. When you look at, look, Blake's phone is on a calculator. I saw
Yes,
it. He's
yeah.
trying to figure out what the right offer is. When next time, wait, it's still up there. It's just gone up. 6 isn't the right offer anymore.
Well, 6 wasn't the right offer before.
Oh, well, he's looking for a number high enough to get a bite, but low enough to get him
Right.
some expected value there.
Here's Carlos with another hand. Heaters are real.
Yeah, hasn't even finished stocking chips.
All right, so you were talking about Brian, Florida.
Yes, he binked a big tournament. I was talking to Cutter about him. Super nice guy. He was in the industry for a while, and sounds like he might have just taken a nice chunk, enjoyed some time to himself, and fallen off the poker map a little bit for a little while. Coming back here to Prime Social, getting his feet wet again, and then just jumps right into the final table of the mystery bounty.
Good for him.
Yeah,
I like the story.
For me, that's living the dream. Like that, if I were to ever go deep and win a big tournament, I imagine there would be a lot of luck involved, and I would probably feel like I probably used up what I had. I would just take that money, enjoy it. I would probably go. I might be the only person, if I won a big chunk, I would drop down in stakes. I would play lower than what I'm used to. It's like,
Yeah, so this is an interesting hand here. Carlos opened under the gun, and Derek, who, as I've said, is very active, rebets a lot. Obviously, he has really good senses. He flats with 2 9s, which is a hand I know he would like to 3-bet with a lot, but he probably has played with Carlos a lot today, and might know Carlos's range is a lot tighter there. And then right behind him, Blake folded Queen Jack of Spades on the button. So I'm going to guess that these guys have played with Carlos a lot, and he has a tighter image. I don't know. Like I said earlier, I have not played with Carlos ever.
yeah, it's also a pretty favorable flop for 2 9s, and he just calls the continuation bet.
Yeah, we see here Derek's in pretty bad trouble here with 1 out.
Yeah, now the 9 of diamonds won't work. Carlos checks. That's a pretty good card for his hand. Still has an overpair to the board.
Yeah.
Picks up a flush draw.
I mean, this is a spot where, wow, Derek just checks back.
Makes the flush.
The diamond on the river is going to save Derek. Yeah, Derek played this hand really well.
Derek got to feel pretty good about how he played that hand, but
Yeah, he lost basically the minimal.
looks like players are going on a break. Gonna get a little bit of a color up, see if we can't figure out this sound issue just a little bit. I want to make sure everyone hears me clearly when I talk about our fine sponsors. We have sponsors now at Prime Social.
Oh, yeah, sponsors.
Producer Josh. We're going to be working on it. Getting this sound quality fixed. We do still have a $50,000 bounty, a $25,000 bounty,
A 5,000.
a $5,000 bounty. Let me pull up the... What did we pull? We pulled a 500 and we pulled 1,000 so far.
Right.
So 2 of the low. There were 4 500s when we started, so there's still 3 left. But we pulled 2 of the lowest denominations so far. This is one on Deal or No Deal where the girls would clap for you. When you open the 500, they'd say, "Yay, that's a really good one." And then the bank would call. The bank. You know what? Blake actually makes the perfect banker.
Blake would be a good banker.
Because the banker is supposed to be like this shadowy, dark figure, and Blake's got the hat and the sunglasses and covers his face up a little bit. Oh. Tournament supervisor extraordinaire DJ Viegas coming in to help with the color ups. Look at that sharp tie he's got on.